Water is my natural element. I can't quite describe the fascination I have with it. It's an obsession almost. I feel drawn to the rivers and oceans and find it gives me a sense of perspective and freedom. I've come to Catalunya in northeastern Spain with some friends. We're following the winding River Ter upstream from the Mediterranean Sea, travelling through villages and cities, forests and deep valleys to hopefully discover its source high in the Pyrenees. I'm curious about this journey, to see how the landscape and the way of life changes as we follow this little known river upstream. Girona, a city of cobbled lanes and Gothic churches. It wouldn't have existed without the River Ter and the 3 other rivers that converge nearby.
Beautiful, we're in the middle of Girona, in the middle of a city, and this river's stunning. You can even see some flying fish just jumping in and out of the water. You have to get a shot of the flying fish now.
Out of the city and along the river, we meet with Carlos, a fly fisherman. He's been casting across the River Ter for 20 years. He talks about these waterways with passion and enthusiasm, but he tells me the river has changed. The water levels have dropped and the ecosystems have been altered beyond repair. Further upstream, we can see why. 2 dams have stemmed the natural flow. Downstream, habitats miss out on essential nutrients and oxygen, whilst upstream, huge lakes are formed. The damage is irreversible.
It's just really sad because it's a really beautiful river, and so far the distance we've covered I've hardly seen any rubbish whatsoever. It's been pristine, and yet we've come down to this little fishing spot and it's just littered with litter. It's everywhere, just bags, bottles, cartons. It's just really sad, isn't it? It ruins it for everybody. Fishing line, loads of it. Just left here. Evidence. I'm after you, fisherman. It's quite a clear night, so we might get some nice twinkly stars.
It's a chorizo and red pepper bolognese type thing.
John has cooked up. I'm filming. You're given one job, John. Don't speak while we're filming. I'm so hungry that it could very well not be delicious, but I don't really care. It's delicious. It's amazing what you can do on a stove in the middle of the woods, isn't it?
As we move higher into the Pyrenees, the river once again has spirit, and in turn it lifts ours. It feels too as if we're travelling back in time to witness the river in its infancy. It has an eagerness, a playfulness and innocence that's to be expected of something so young. Rivers should be unstoppable forces. From high in the hillside, they carve and shape the landscape, from the mountains to the oceans. Untamed rivers provide life for animals and humans. They offer us a place to escape and a chance to reflect. In this hyper-connected life we lead, it's sometimes good to reignite an instinct for adventure, to take time away, to re-evaluate and connect with something as pure and as simple as the flow of water. Eventually, the stream becomes a trickle from the rocks, and then we find the source of energy, of beauty, and the provider of life.